just so you all know, I have no idea how this is going to end up, so let's just get down to it. Wrong setting. There we go.
I'm Bill. He's a professor, or a lecturer.
Like a
Spaceship.
kitchen.
What?
Why me?
Why you? What are you doing at this university?
Where are we?
Basically in the middle of a war. And it's not as bad as it sounds. This is naughty.
Exterminate!
Hi guys, Josh Aloy here with another episode of my thoughts. It's a new installment, I would say. I'm going to give you my first impressions, first thoughts on the new season, the new series of Doctor Who that just came back yesterday called The Pilot, the first episode of Series 10. It's mostly going to be spoilers, I suppose, because I want to talk about the important stuff and all that. But if you want to know my overall thoughts, it was good. I mean, at first, when the episode first started, I was like, okay, this is okay, but it's like not exactly what I thought it was gonna be. But I still enjoyed it. It's still a good episode. Go check it out. It's on BBC iPlayer, and also this is gonna be kind of backwards. I'm gonna do my thoughts on singular episodes until the series is over. Then when the series is over, I'm gonna do my overall thoughts on Series 10. Go on to non-spoilers and go on to spoilers. It's gonna be totally weird. Just think of it as like me doing a Netflix thing or something. Anyway. It's a good series. It was a good episode. Go check it out. I think it's a pretty good start to the series, and have a lot to look forward to. But we'll get into that later. Let's try to make this short and sweet, shall we? So we're going to spoilers now. So we have this we're being introduced by this English speak me now. We're being introduced to this new companion called Bill, and the Doctor is now a lecturer at the university, I believe. He's been lecturing there for quite a bit. We don't know how long. They jokingly were saying the episode like 50, but or 70, but he doesn't look the age, but you know. We have the Doctor and Nardale doing the usual shtick here and there, but relatively like an interesting episode, not really exciting per se, but certainly an interesting one. We have Bill going around for everyday routine here and there, and she meets this girl called Heather, and they kind of hit it off, I suppose. It was kind of, yeah, fine. It centers around this puddle that they found, and there's when the Doctor finds out, it leads to a very interesting scene, which is like, this is the Doctor Who stuff I remember and love. So that was the point. Was like, yeah, and yeah, that was pretty cool. So it's all over the place right now. I just watched it again, so I'm trying to piece it all together in my head right now. The Doctor and Bill have like these tutoring sessions here and there. We see brief glimpses of it, and during the montage when Bill going through her everyday routine has the Doctor going into a monologue saying, or giving a lecture on time and all that. And I thought it was very interesting. I was like, yeah, the Doctor would talk about that, especially Capaldi's Doctor. And then like this girl Heather was acting strange around the puddle and all that. There's a little star in her eye, which is sorry, I can't make this screwdriver. Which was a defect, she says, but she's possessed basically. And then she later on in the episode just chases Bill, and the Doctor gets involved, and like they go through a few places. They go to this vault, which we saw earlier in the episode where Nardale and the Doctor is at the vault, trying to secure it and all that, and later they go up to there to get away from I guess we can call it the pilot monster or whatever it's called. They didn't exactly say what it was, but it definitely reminded me of the monsters from David Tennant's story, one of his specials, the Waters of Mars. I forget the name of the aliens. I'm just going to call them the water aliens from Mars. It reminds me a lot of that, but I think it's slightly different. Like, the water isn't deadly when you get touched by it or anything. I mean, Also, to be fair, this monster didn't exactly kill anyone, besides maybe killing the host and just parading around in its body here and there. Otherwise, it didn't really do anything that threatening besides attacking Bill a few times and just chasing the Doctor and Nardole and Bill around places. They chased them to the vault, to Australia, to a distant planet, and then to the past, which is the climax of the episode, where we see basically the point that I'm pretty sure casual Doctor Who fans will love, and other major Doctor Who fans will very much enjoy, because it kind of calls back to the classic era. It definitely calls back to the classic era for the things that we see. We see the Daleks again. We see the villains from Destiny of the Daleks. I actually kind of enjoy that episode. I know that pop story isn't completely popular with people, but I like it. I'm happy to see them return, because I don't know if they've appeared ever since then, Destiny of the Daleks. I'm going to have to go back and check, but otherwise this is the first time we've seen them in ages. So they lead the monster to this, I don't know where it takes place in the timeline, but you know, whatever, don't matter. They just lead the monster here. We see the monster engage Dalek. Okay, I guess it kills a Dalek, but it doesn't. A Dalek's technically not a human, so it's fine to kill it, right? If we're running on superhero logic. It kills the Dalek, then we see it's really cool to see like another humanoid eye in the eye stalk instead of just a blue eye thing. And then later on, they sort it all out. They figure out, oh, you have to say this thing and it will go away. And then they stop it basically. To stop it, it goes away. And then like the Doctor's about to wipe her mind, so she won't remember everything. But then she like says, I know what this looks like. I know what a mind wipe looks like. And then she's like, let me keep it for a while. And she eventually gives in. It's like, just do it. But remember, you wouldn't like it happen to you. With like, the Doctor's like, get out. I changed my mind. You go before I change my mind. And I like it because at the beginning of the episode you see pictures of River Song and Susan, which I really like because we've never seen Susan appear again on the TV side of Doctor Who. We've seen her appear in some books, we've seen her appear in some audios, but since the Five Doctors, which was the last given appearance of Susan, I believe, we haven't seen her again. So it's good to see that we have reference to her again. It's complicated. I really hope they bring her back in some way this season, but yeah, and then the Doctor's like, why don't you come with me, you know, because what the hell, and then obviously we have the next episode. Again, otherwise, pretty good episode. Can't wait to see the next one, because it looks kind of interesting, because they're dealing with emoji robots, which my brother found hysterical. And, yeah, and then we saw, like, Coming Soon trailer as well after that as well, showing us episodes to come after, and we saw Missy, you know, that was cool. But then they showed us, John Sims, I'm guessing playing the Master, and I think we're gonna see him regenerate into Missy, or maybe the Doctor and Bill get to Gallifrey, like, right after the Master saves the 10th Doctor from End of Time, and then they see that, or maybe Missy goes into detail on how she changed herself into Missy. So, you know, it's overall good episode. Can't wait to see next episode. This is all over the place. I hope you guys liked it. It wasn't organized, unscripted. I'm all over the place. I'm sorry. I'm trying. But otherwise, yeah, good episode. Go check it out. It's on BBC iPlayer, I believe. And if not, then wait for it to come out on DVD, I guess. Or if it comes back on TV, go watch it again. But stay tuned next week, because Doctor Who's second episode coming out. I have no idea what the title of the episode. I should have looked it up beforehand, but otherwise, check it out. So, post a comment down below. Tell me what you thought about this episode, and do you think it's a pretty strong episode to start off the series with, or did you not like it at all, or whatever? Are you looking forward to the next episode? Let me know down below as well. Leave a like, and of course, subscribe to me. I'm Joshua Laurie. Good day and good night. Take care.
Yeah, kitchen, you know.